Yo, yo, yo. One binder, two binder, three binder. That's the heaviest one. Okay, I'm back, and we have a huge binder update to do. I think it's been over a year. I'd have to check. I really don't know. It's been a long, long time. So, without further ado, let's open up the first binder. This one right here. That's the heaviest. Okay. It's the thickest, it's the heaviest, it's the beefiest. Let's just open it right up. Boom, baby. So, as it's been shown before, I do have the first 16 hollows of base set. I think base set's completed, and jungle should be completed too. So let's just go through that real quick. This is nothing new. This is just standard procedure. Boom, just like that. Just like that. There's no first edition Shadowless cards, at least in the base set. I think there's some first edition cards in Jungle, though. So yeah, there is the end of base set, the start of Jungle. I think it's an appropriate time to bring this up. There's going to be a lot of new first edition cards in here that I didn't have normally. Like this. And how I acquired all of these was I bought a lot on Craigslist for $700, and it was about 50 Wizards of the Coast holofoil cards that were in like moderate played to light played condition. Some Japanese stuff in there too, but the real kicker was that there was about 300 to 400 cards of bulk, and a lot of that, maybe 250 of those cards, was first edition cards. So I was able to replace a lot of my cards with first editions. Still don't have a first edition of this guy though, so that needs a change. But you'll see a lot of these now have that stamp on them, so that is pretty cool. And as soon as I say that, basically none of them had that stamp. Oh well. So, yeah, no Pikachu either, but you know, we have Oddish, we have Rhyhorn, and it's not just Jungle or Fossil, but also Rocket and the 2 gym cards. Still missing a holo there. What goes here? Haunter, it's a Hypno that goes here. And I sent that one in to get graded because that one was the first edition. So, oopsies. Oh well. So I still need to populate Fossil some more, but it's pretty much done. Yeah, once we get to the commons here, there's lots of more filled spots, and I'm just checking for first editions here. So I guess Jungle, I don't have too many. I see 3 here. 4. Zebra up there. Golbat has 1. Arbok has 1. Do I have any rares with a first edition stamp? I'm not sure. I actually don't know off the top of my head. It's been a while since I've opened this up. Oh, and I'm opening this back up because I'm home for once, and I did not bring this with me to school. So anyway, there's that. There's Fossil, and then begins Rocket, which is so cool. We have Fossil on this page, and then we turn the page, and then Rocket starts right there. So it's perfect. I can't ask for anything better than that. But anyway, we have a full page of holos from Rocket now, which I don't think was the case before. So that is, as the kids on the block would say, that is cool. Completely populated. This side, not so much. I forget what's missing there because I don't think I've ever owned that card before. So I'll have to get that. And then this one too. But besides that, all the holos are done. So just missing 2. Some rares. Oh yeah, this would tell me what is missing. So Vileplume and whatever would go here is missing, right? Wait, what? Yeah. Okay, so whatever's... I still know it's there, but at least I know it's Vileplume as a holo. Then we'll move on to the uncommons here. There's some first editions there. That whole line. This guy. Magikarp. Grimmer, Shirtini, Ekans, Drowsy. So probably about half of them. And I'm noticing now that the ones that are missing are typically like the Pikachus and the EV cards. So those will probably be a bit more expensive. Missing some trainers, I think. I have him, which is nice. And then begins Gym, which I think here would go... actually, I'm not too sure. Brock's something or other. Because we have a Brock card here. We have a Dragonair. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a first edition holo. So that was one of the cards that came with that lot that I purchased on Craigslist. That's another one that came with it. And I heard that there was supposed to be a YouTuber that was wanting to buy that lot from LA. Some sort of YouTuber from Los Angeles that was interested in it. And I just beat him by a day because I live closer. The lot was in Santa Barbara. Brock Zubat, Brock's Onyx. So yeah, all of these are going to be, well, most of them are going to be first edition now. Because I did not have a lot of these. And now I do. I don't know about most. But you'll see that one, that one, that one. And the binder was not this populated a year ago. Wow, almost that whole page. Oh, this whole page, almost. This whole page was almost filled with first editions. Dang, so close. By the way, this is filmed in 4K. And it's been modified to fit your screen from the original theatrical recording, so you can, of course, watch this in the living room with family, grab a bucket of popcorn, a glass of orange juice if you'd like, and put on the surround sound, the 4.1 or 6.1 surround sound, whatever it is, 5.1. And you can get the whole experience. It's almost like you're here with me looking at all the cards in the binder. There we go, there's Arcanine. I thought that would have been in the other one, but this is for challengers. So I'm missing a lot here. So this is what I'm gonna have to work on when I'm back home for the summer. Muck. That's a cool card. Look at that art. It's a Kakuna, but he's turning into a Weedle. Like he's like, I don't know what they call it, coming out of his husk, his shell. But for some reason, it's not a Beedrill, it's a Kakuna. Weird. Very strange. It's like teasing you. I don't like that. You have a Golbat. What do we have here? Weezing. The two gym sets I'm really not familiar with, so this is all new. And I typically only put cards in here when I buy them from lots and find them that way. I typically do not seek these out like on TCG Player. The arts are very nice though, very cool. Not sure if they were meta at the time when people were doing decks. I do know how to play, by the way, but I haven't played in quite a bit. I haven't played since Gen 6. And I would run a Kyogre, Mega Kyogre deck. Have not played since then, though, so we have some trainer cards. And I've talked about it before, but if you do not know, this binder that I have from Dragon Shield, I think it's 576 cards in total. And what's nice is that the amount of cards for the first generation, if you're not counting the promo cards, and you're not counting base set 2, but if you're counting the first 6 sets, so the 2 gym ones, you have base, jungle, fossil, and rocket. that all equals 575. And then the 576th spot is left open, so I just have a turned over card. I think it's an energy. Yeah. This is from... Oh, it's from base set. I think this is from base set. So it rounds it off really nicely. It's really cool to have it like that. So anyway, that's pretty much the first generation of Pokemon cards, with the exception of the promos. We'll close it up. I think I got the number right. Now, we will move on to binder number 2. Oh, there it is. So binder number 2 is actually a very similar case. You can populate it with all of the Neo sets. So we have Genesis. Then what are they after that? I don't know. I haven't been collecting them for too long. So it's 4 of those sets, and then it's base set 2 and promos. And also, I think Southern Island cards. So there's like 7 sets in total there. But anyway, it's pretty much the same story as the first binder. But in this case, there's no empty spaces. So you can completely fill this out with unique cards and be done. And so, yeah, I have Ancient Mew at the end. I forget what these are. Best of cards. I think there's 9 of these. So some of them are like Ivysaur and Bulbasaur or something like that. So we'll get there eventually. We'll start here. I have something to talk about regarding these cards. This was one of those cards that was included in the lot, which I believe is upwards of $120 or something like that. It's pretty nice. First edition, holo. The back of it's a little messed up. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, so you have like some damage up there, which that makes this a great candidate to throw into a collection binder like this, because the front of it looks pretty clean as far as I'm concerned. But this is not something that I would want to submit to a grading company, because, you know, I'd get back a 3 or a 4 or something like that with a back like that. But the front is very nice, though. So I'm happy I was able to acquire something like that. These two I've had before. Lugia I've had. Ampharos I've had. We can turn the page. So we will. We have Skarmory. What else we got? There should be some new first editions in here as well. I think this is new, but that's not a first edition. There we go. So we have Bayleaf there. That's a first. These two. Some of those cards. Then we have these up here. I think they're uncommons. These look like they would be uncommon since they're like mid-evolution. I can't tell from this far away. I have to get my head a little closer, but then the camera view gets blocked, so I can't do that. Some first edition starters. Chikorita. Not the Cyndaquil, unfortunately. Ooh. Okay, so this whole page is filled completely. Nice cards there. So, pretty typical. I think mostly everyone who's familiar with collecting has seen Neo Genesis, since it's very common. So it was printed quite a while, or for a while. So out of all the Gen 2 cards, it's probably the most common to come across in the wild. I think that's what they say, right, in Pokemon? Come across in the wild. So some trainers. I haven't actually read these. I don't know what they do. I only know like the first few trainers, the ones that you regularly run in a deck, which some of them are from base set, and they still print them to this day. Like Super Potions, I still think they use those. I think they still use those. That's new, or maybe it's not. Are they new? I don't know. I'd have to look back at the old video. It's been so long. So we have some rares, or 8 rare. I think that Poliwhirl is new. And some new unknown letters. So what are they spelling? We don't know. We don't have all the unknown yet, so eventually we'll figure out what it's spelling. Could be a secret code, could be a bad word, I don't know. Don't know what those guys are cooking up. You tell me in the comments if you think the unknown spell bad words in their spare time. I hope they don't. I hope they don't do that. But you never know. You never know. Mew, that's Southern Island. So Southern Island goes in between the two Gen 2 sets. And there's more than 4 Gen 2 sets. They switched to like e-reader cards though, and there's a bunch of those. That would go into a new binder. So anyway, it's Mew. What number is Mew? What is this? Number, can't read that. 2, 1. That's number 1. Okay. It's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This should be 10 then. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so the start of the next set would be here. And I got nothing. Nothing at all. What else we got? So some more uncommons or rares. These are uncommons. So I got a bunch to collect here. This is when Shining Pokemon start to appear, and I think it's Shining Magikarp is in this set. So that's when this gets a little bit expensive. I have to throw down a couple $100 each for those cards. Not too bad, but it is expensive. Light Azumarill, Dark Magcargo. That's cool. I think my cousin gave me that card. That's another cool one. I have not seen these at all. So if you're like me and you haven't seen most of these cards, it is really cool to see what you were missing when you were a kid. Because I had some of them, but not all of them. So it's such a strange feeling. I can't exactly describe it, but like a card like that I used to have. So when I put that in here, that's familiar. But a card like this I've never seen before. So it's so strange to get the whole context, I guess. It's so weird. It's like, I really don't know how to explain it. Like, is it like buying toys that you wanted as a kid that you couldn't afford, but now you can? Is it like that? I don't know. It's so strange though. Anyway, some of these, like these cards I've never seen before in my life. Mantine. But I used to have this card as a kid, so I don't know. It's so weird. Unknown, probably spelling S-H-I-T or something. I don't know. We'll have to see what the next letters are, but yeah. See, it's starting with an S, so you know it's not going to be a good word. Okay. Then we have promos. We have some movie promos. I haven't read this before. I don't care, because I'm not playing the game. But some more movie promos. I think I'm just missing Zapdos, because that would go either here or here, and I'm not sure which one. So just missing one of those now. Entei, Pikachu, Meryl. So your typical promos. Oh wow, nothing there. And then the start of base set 2, which would be around here. Is there a Blastoise in this deck? 3, 2, 1. So it'd start here. So not sure exactly what would go here. Something from Jungle or base set. And I'm pretty sure they didn't do all the cards from base set. Could just easily be Alakazam, Blastoise. I don't remember. But some holos. These guys. Raichu base set, Zapdos base set. Okay, so some of the cards from Jungle that would be holo got bumped down to a non-holo rare, and there they are. So a lot of these cards are from Jungle. I think it's base set though. That would be base set, and Snorlax would be Jungle. Yeah, so cool. Very nice. I haven't seen any first editions in a while though. Just not sure where they're all hanging out. Oh well. Base set 2 is almost done too, I guess. Missing a few, are these commons? These are uncommons. Uncommon, then uncommon. But missing a few of these. That's all done. And then, this is pretty much all done. There's a couple rare energies that would go there. And then a common, or rare trainer card. And then a common trainer card here. And then these guys, the best of cards. And that would be it. This whole thing would be populated. So with this binder and then with the first one, this would be all Gen 1, with the exception of some of those prize cards that are like 50,000 each or whatever they are. Whatever the asking price is on those. It's insane. I gotta put the camera down. I got one last one to go over. Okay. So this is the thinnest binder yet. This is the smallest one. And this has my Japanese cards. So in that Craigslist lot that I bought, it included quite a few Japanese cards too, maybe like 50 of them. And I don't exactly understand how I'm gonna do all this. I'm just kind of going along, just putting them in as I go. Not sure what the exact perfect order would be, but I don't really care. I just want to open this up. So let's see what we got. The start of Japanese base set, and I'm taking a Japanese class, so I can read some of this. I can't read katakana yet, which that would be in the names. And then these guys, this is hiragana. I can read that, although like some of these letters I don't know. Like, what is that? Uro no muchi. Like that's the first one, and then down here would be doku no ko na. I think I don't know. I gotta see if I'm actually getting this correct at some point. I'll have to go over it using Duolingo. But I can read this for the most part. Sometimes I get stuck on letters that are like not used as much. That'd be like if a Japanese person came across the letter Q, they didn't know how to pronounce that. So it's the equivalent of that. For the most part, I can phonetically sound out most of these. What does that say? There's some katakana at the end of that too, so I don't even know what that says. Oh well. So we'll just open this. We'll start it. We'll go through and see what hollows we have inside of here. There should be some. It's not too much, but it is cool. Also, when I do say those words, I don't exactly know what they mean, so I'll have to look it up. I'm sure it means like water or something, like a leaf blast, water storm. I don't know. But yeah, so interesting to be able to like somewhat understand these now. Missing a lot. The order of the cards are different than in English too. So in Japanese, and I'm pretty sure they adopted this for English much later, but for the Japanese cards, it goes in order of type. So it'd go grass, then fire, water, then fighting. Is it fighting, normal? I don't know what it is. Electric, ground, something. Oh, it would be this order. Grass, fire, water, electric, psychic, fighting. And yeah, that's how they would do it. So there's some hollows there. That's a hollow, right? Yes, sir. Some pages that are empty. Some more. That's one more hollow. Some cards. That's another hollow. So you'll see they're not all stacked together. They're spread out. That's okay. And we have some pages, some pages, some pages, some pages, some empty pages, some empty pages, some empty pages. And I think that's it. I think that's actually all of my cards that I have. So anyway, that's the update. I will go back to these over the summer. We'll fill these out. We'll go over what got filled out, what got replaced, all that stuff. And that's pretty much it. So if you've stuck around this long, then I appreciate it. Thank you. I got nothing else to say besides stick around for more binder updates this summer, and maybe I'll open up some cards or something too. I don't know. Anyway, yep, that's it. Let's do one more. Boom. We out.